Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. You know, we're always inviting you to get social with us. That's right. Tweet us at BronxNet TV, and while you're there, tweet me too at Rhina Valentin. So for the past 3 Wednesdays, the people of East Harlem have been celebrating its rich, diverse culture through Uptown Bounce. Yeah, Uptown Bounce is a weekly gathering coordinated by the Museum of the City of New York and El Museo del Barrio. And this upcoming week, for the last edition of Uptown Bounce, East Harlem Live is presenting an indoor-outdoor cultural block party filled with energetic, inspiring artists and DJs exploring El Barrio's current moment through art, dance, and conversation. And joining us now to tell us more about the event, we welcome El Museo del Barrio's interim manager of public program, Richard Morales, and East Harlem Live member, Alo Gorozpe. Hello, welcome, gentlemen.
Hola, Rhina.
It's like you got to rest yesterday, right?
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are here at the top of the morning. But that's right. It was on Wednesday, Thursday, you got to rest, and then you're here this Friday morning. And thank you for being here. And thank you for the work that you guys do, because I was there on Wednesday, and I had such a wonderful time. Do you want to open this up with this, because this is a collaboration between the Museo del Barrio and the Museum of the City of New York.
Yes, thank you for having us. And again, like you had mentioned, this is a block party that we've been doing for the past 3 weeks. Uptown Bounce is a program that we've been doing for the past 5 years in partnership with the Museum of the City of New York, in which from 6 to 9 p.m. last Wednesday in July and the first 3 Wednesdays in August this year, we've been doing a series of activations that include art making, DJs, music, dancing, food, and gallery talks. And so this year was a little bit different for El Museo because, as you may know, our galleries are currently closed. So one of the challenges for us in public programs was to think, what are we going to do to get people to be engaged in an experience that's much more than just a dance party? At El Museo del Barrio, we look at our public programs as educational experiences, not just we're making fancy art or we're looking at cool pictures. We want to teach people about specific things. And this year, we had the challenge of our galleries being closed. So it was, again, what do we do to keep people engaged? What do we do to educate people about specific topics that are pertinent to the Puerto Rican community, to the Caribbean community, to the Latin American community, to El Barrio in itself? And so we basically teamed up with a couple of different collectives that have been working in different areas. We wanted to look at what does the Puerto Rican community look like now and what are they doing, right? So that was our first night with Sociedad. The second night of the Uptown Bounce series was looking at what does the future look like with the queer communities of color of New York City. So we worked with Papi Juice, who did an amazing activation. And then the last one that you were at was with Brujas, which is looking at women culture in skate culture, but also what these particular group of women are doing in response to issues as it relates to immigration. So we talked a lot about what ICE looks like and what methods we can talk about to take direct action against abolishing ICE. And so this last week,
right, but I want to just interject and say, not just in conversation, but we actually contributed to a tie-dye workshop that was made from its natural dyes, right, through flowers. And I made a cloth that I know is going to be part of an overall banner that is going to be shipped to Mexico. So I just wanted to add that because it was a wonderful experience to just be in community and stand in solidarity against what is our enemy right now, which is this this division. No, well, they're trying to divide us, and so to come together and then do it in a celebratory manner. And I keep saying that because it's the energy that we're putting out there, and to know that that banner is going to be in Mexico, you know, that gave me it just resonated with me more in putting my energy into the artwork that I was making.
And that was a really great turnout. And so for this particular last Uptown Bounce, we wanted to bring it back to El Barrio and celebrate what youth and culture looks like in El Barrio and what that, you know, what we can say about different artist collectives that are also working within our very own neighborhood, which is East Harlem.
Right, which is so now that leads us into East Harlem Live. Alo, thank you for being here. I like that you use the term youth.
Yes.
We'll talk.
Well, you know, young at heart, right?
Yes. thank you for being here, and thank you for it's been a real pleasure getting to know you the past month or so since we started this whole, I guess, curation, right? So let's talk a little bit about East Harlem Live.
Well, East Harlem Live is a community radio project that we've started in a community garden in East Harlem. And it's a group of artists from different parts of the world that got together in East Harlem, and we thought of creating a live radio station. And then we started to broadcast stories from people in El Barrio. And then after that, I met Richard, and then we thought about how could it be to bring all that to El Museo. And it's been a great experience walking the streets of a neighborhood and trying to connect with artists and bring them to El Museo, like a place where I believe all the artists in the neighborhood should have a place to express.
Yeah, it's the style in which you're doing it, though. It's very, I mean, we can't give it all away, but just the art that's being made, and the messaging with the newspapers, and then the style of artists that you've chosen to curate the program with. It's a real interesting, diverse, but yet it has an Afro-cultural undertone, right?
For Those are our roots.
Yeah, for me, it's a love letter to El Barrio, and it's a way to express and communicate, because I know that El Museo is able to expand the message, what we've seen there. And we want to, at the same, it's an event for people from El Barrio, but for people outside the world to see what's going on there, to put a spotlight on the neighborhood for people to experience it and to get engaged with it.
And so just to mention, there's the workshop components, there's the conversational components, but then there's this other section that has a DJ, and you have DJ Sabine. She's quite challenging to get booked, so she's going to be there next Wednesday. I'm looking forward to her.
Well, we have a great program, and it's all based on people that are part of the community, East Harlem Live community. We have Alex Museum, who's a DJ that lives 2 blocks away from El Museo. We have, as you mentioned, Sabine, who's part of the 111 Collective and East Harlem Live. She's one of the founders as well. We have Lisana Cruz, and we have a surprise. We have you performing a special performance.
Yes, well, that's not a surprise, but not to me.
No, we had to honor La Reina del Barrio.
Thank you.
Having you there, and we have the dance collective. Keep rising to the top,
KR3Ts, you have
amazing.
KR3Ts, and you also have the council person of the district, Diana Ayala, who's going to be speaking as well. I know your whole program because I'm part of it.
Yeah, but what I want to say is that whenever you talk about our program, we talk about the elements, the individual elements, but I think the most enriching part is like what happens when you put them all together in such a significant space like El Barrio in this particular moment. And then the answer to that is magic. There'll be magic on that Wednesday.
I can assure you there's going to be magic, because I have been given the privilege and honor, and thank you for that, to mount a piece called Homage to Papi, which is a piece I wrote to my deceased dad. And I'm going to be accompanied by percussion by my daughter, Charvida, who's 9 years old, and her dad, Eddie Conde, who is a professional percussionist. And I'm really looking forward to that. To me, that is poetic within itself. Not just the piece I'm reciting, but the fact that my daughter's reciting it performing the percussion with her dad. So hence his magic is already in development.
Yeah.
And then, of course, KR3T, Violeta does amazing work with the next generation, because, we got to keep them occupied, because if not, then what are they going to do if they're just going to hang out? And it's like, no hanging out for you.
Yeah, we continue to be a platform for youth of El Barrio and of New York City, youth of color, to use El Museo as a platform to showcase their work. And it's very important for us to have that be a part of this particular program. I love working with Violeta Galagasa and Keep Rising to the Top. They're amazing. So we're honored to have them, honored to have you join us also.
Thank you. Thank you both for being here. And you guys, once again, the block party by East Harlem Live is being held on Wednesday, August 15th at El Museo del Barrio, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m. And here's the magic word: it's free. So I hope you guys can make it. I'm looking forward to presenting for you. And so for more information, you can visit elmuseo.org. All right, stay tuned, because Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.